Rob Edwards on the radio there saying it's pretty slippery. I think that
Devlin says, yes, I know.
that is an agreement. Yeah, basically the exact same thing that Simon Pagenaud did, but he just had a little bit more speed. Didn't quite get it turned.
Ooh.
Yeah, definitely got in there. That's unfortunate. I think that will be, they'll be able to get that car fired up, driven back to the pits. And I imagine if there's any damage, it's something small enough they could probably get it fixed down there in pit lane. Here now, you see David Malukas off the track.
That's keyhole too, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that's the keyhole as well. And that can also be affected by the wind direction, which, based on what I'm seeing, these flags outside of our booth here, it's a bit of a tailwind into turn 2, and so it's just pushing the back of these cars, making it a little more challenging. But that one he got away with. You can see, I can see how mid-corner just goes down. It goes up so aggressively on the entry. You can break away later. In the middle of the corner, it really drops down 4 or 5 feet. Completely changes the balance of the race car and makes it so difficult to get a good exit out of there. But it's so important. As another car around, is that Jack Harvey? Oh, Jimmy Johnson. Jimmy Johnson, does he keep it running, hopefully? Still running.
Treacherous so far today.
And Rinus VeeKay apparently has had an issue.
And we had 2 right there spinning the Indy Lights practice that just finished a few minutes ago.
Here's a replay on board the Carvana. Chip Ganassi Racing entry, Jimmy Johnson. You can see coming, he's chasing the back of that car, Kev. That's what you can see there. He was afraid to turn the wheel because the back of the car just didn't have the grip. He was a bit loose. And again, I do think there's a bit of a tailwind that's not making that any easier for these drivers right now on top of a slicker racetrack.
Let's see what happened to Rinus VeeKay.
So this is through turn 11. This is a massively quick corner, and wow, that's a bad place to go off the racetrack. But he was very fortunate to get it wound up. Ooh, dragged a bunch of stuff onto the track. Make sure everyone behind him doesn't get a good lap either.
Yeah.
Which is good of him. So here's Colton Herta through that same turn 11 section. Oh my goodness, almost the exact same thing.
So he was right behind Jimmy and just missed Jimmy, I think.
That's a lot of action on the racetrack today.
This is Ridgeline on the car for Chip Ganassi Racing, and another big power slide.
Yeah, these guys really just fighting for grip here again, down in the keyhole, that downhill section in the middle of the corner, trying to transition to the throttle, just kicks the back end out.
Not sure what happened, but we were just coming over here to report about how difficult this brake zone is, as I think a replay is happening right now. Let's take a look here. Looks like a lock up there and straight off into the grass, and pretty good hit there, driver's left.
Marcus Ericsson, just a moment ago, had a bit of a moment.
Whoa! That's a big moment.
That is more than a moment.
And close for Pato O'Ward there coming through right behind him. That's a blind exit like we were saying, so he would have maybe seen the yellow flag pop up but had no idea what's on the other side. Here you go. Can't see it, car off in front of you. Oh, I mean, if Marcus had stopped broadside there at the racetrack, it can be an incredibly dangerous situation.
So we are still green because that otherwise would have ended the session. Here it is again.
Yeah, see, different than Dalton. Dalton had that front lock. Jack just, I think, had a little bit of oversteer going in, couldn't commit to turning the wheel for fear of spinning. Let's see the onboard. Yeah, he did have it was late lockup, but he did have a little bit of that lockup. Just noses it in. Keeps the suspension good, I think, on that one. I wonder if he lost the engine there. We only have a minute 30 left.
Throttle stuck wide open.
Oh, throttle stuck. Wow.
He had just gone to P2. Herta went past him to the top.
So here's the replay. You see those front rotors just glowing because he's trying so hard to slow the thing down. I wouldn't say that's a stuck throttle, maybe a sticking throttle. That wasn't wide open, or else he wouldn't have come anywhere close to making that corner. But yeah, I mean, heads up from Will to grab the clutch and shut that engine off, get to a safe location, and not make his way all the way to a tire wall.